Hello, my name is GregTech and welcome back to our GregTech New Horizons 2. We are smelting up a whole bunch of stuff here, as we can see, and yeah, I have gone ahead and I actually decided I am going to do the Tier 3 fusion reactor first, because it just kind of was, I know it was going to bug me not doing the quest, because I need to hold this. Well, I only need this part of it. This is optional. But I know it was going to bug me that I wasn't doing that. And I wasn't doing the space race stuff either because it is locked. So I'm going to do that. Getting the fusion reactor upgraded anyway is a good thing. It needs to be done. So it doesn't really matter if we do the tier 3 first. Doesn't matter. Or the tier 8 planet first. Fusion reactor first. It doesn't really matter what order we go in. But yeah, we're gonna do that, and it's always fun seeing everything just work correctly. I keep saying that over and over again, but it is true. I love what it just works. I have boosted this. I'm slowly boosting this up to, I think, 256 buckets, and I'll keep increasing it. I just don't want to... I don't really know why I am... Oh, originally I did want to go through all our mysterious crystal. So, I'll just keep increasing our buffer of that. Eventually we'll have just a huge buffer of the growth medium. And I think we actually do... The next part of it is another step of this, isn't it? I can't remember. Don't we... I thought we... Oh, it might be the raw. The raw? Yeah. So the raw, we use the raw growth catalyst to get raw biocatalyst. So that is like another part of that. We'll probably... I don't know how we'll do that. I would like this next to it. So it's kind of like mutagen, then the raw growth, and then we do the raw bio growth for that. I don't know. Really cool. It's much easier to automate these than it used to be way back in the day. Okay, so yeah, we got this stuff going and just making sure everything is working correctly. Melting stuff up, so on and so forth. And scanning, and I knew the other stuff was going to take a while, so I didn't bother with this. Obviously, we can throw this in the fluid solidifier that we made, but it is a bit annoying with the distilled water in it. Actually, don't we have a... I moved the centrifuge. I actually have room to throw another one down. Another autoclave. It's that distilled water. It clashes. It's kind of annoying, actually. But it's basically... I think it's this one. I think this is the only one. No, I think we do. I think the lapis... I can't remember. I think a few of these required distilled water. Anyway, alright, so let me get to this, and we're going to need one more after this as well, so this is going to take a little while. We'll come back. So, got everything in the assembly line, but it doesn't appear to be running, so I'm trying to problem solve. Oh, I totally put the wrong circuits in there. No! Alright. Messed that one up. I misread that. Alright. Well, everything went in there correct, but I put the wrong... Yeah, I put the UV circuits, not the other ones. Now, I do need to... Actually... Yeah, I'm gonna have to pull all this stuff out, I think, because we do need the assembly line to craft up the mainframe. So... I guess I could have left all this stuff in, because it wouldn't have tried to place any more items in this assembly line, but let's just empty it out. and see if we can get this to work. I do need to switch that recipe though. Dang it! That felt like it was easier than I remember when I first looked at it. It didn't feel that difficult. Yeah, I screwed that up. That was my fault. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright. That changes things a little bit. Yeah, that definitely increases the cost of it. And there we go. Not too terrible, but we're going to need millions more in the future. But for now, there we go. There is our field generators. And yeah, there is a ton more. Look at all these things. There is a whole heck of a lot. I think this is the top one. I could be wrong. I don't know if they're actually used for anything, but yeah, these things get pretty crazy. Yeah, I think this one might be. Yeah. Yep, you need 64 of these to get one of these Kadabit plates. Oh boy, that is that's something. Hilarious. Anyway, let's not worry about that. We need to worry about our fusion reactor here. So, after crafting up 2 of these, this doesn't feel bad at all. These 2 required 8 circuits. This only requires the 4. A fusion coil block, not a problem. Densimericium, not a problem. These QPIC wafers, we should have these. Not a problem now. And the superconductor wires, not a problem. We do need the fusion machine casings. I don't think I have a recipe for that. Oh, I do have a recipe for that. I got to figure out how many we need. I never remember. I may, because we're basically going to have to break this all down. Thankfully, we don't need the fusion coils, but we do. We need all the machine casings to upgrade them. Right? Isn't that you add... Yeah, you add americium to it. And that. So it's 4 per. I think I need... And I'm trying to remember. It's about 120-ish around that. But then we're going to have 16 input hatches, 16 output hatches because it's cheaper. And 16... Really want 16 energy hatches? That's going to be... That's going to be expensive. 16 energy hatches. But might as well. So, yeah, I gotta make sure I have enough americium, which we should be good, to be honest. We have like 1,000 and something. Yeah, almost. We have like 1,200, and we're not gonna need 1,200 to upgrade all those. And I think everything else is pretty much. Don't think it requires americium. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Yeah, that's just the super tanks, which those are pretty easy. Okay, well, let me get this going, I guess, and we'll get the Tier 3 fusion reactor. And there we go, we just need to get some flux electrum. Need to throw data stick over in the data bank. Sure, right there. And that should be the Tier 3 fusion controller. That wasn't... I mean, getting to this point, obviously, was difficult, but once we started crafting up the stuff, it wasn't as scary as it initially looked like. It does seem to, like... seems to prefer this one. Not sure why. A little worrisome that it is not turning on. All right. Yeah, it is. All right. Time to figure out why it's not turning on. All right. Ah. That would be why. Because I didn't name those, of course. I didn't even think about that. At this point, not sure I'm going to worry about that. Because I don't think, at least for the time being, I'm not crafting up another tier 3 fusion reactor. There that goes. Alright. So, there we go. Fusion 3 reactor. Now, technically, since we did the quest, I'm like, well, you don't actually have to build the thing. And we're definitely taking these. Because those are expensive. And, I mean, we could just open this up with... Or do this because... Like, we're going to use those stuff anyway. Alright, so then the superconductor wires and then the UV energy hatch. Well, I can just take one from there, and that will hopefully open up the tier 8 stuff. You know what? I think I actually am going to maybe hold off on doing this, because I really did want to do the space stuff. There we go. I didn't even think about just getting the controller. I didn't need to build the whole thing up. I don't think I have 24. Yep. We will get that. And then the UHV energy hatch, and that should unlock this one. Okay, just getting the compressed plates that we're going to need for the tier 8 is going to take a little while. We also need a bunch of bolts, 228, 124 of those. We'll get that going. And then I think we are good with the superconductor. Yep. Go. Bing. Bing. There it goes. Now, let's get... Let me borrow this. I'm just going to leave these here, I think. Although, I don't know. It is a bit overkill at the point. But, yeah, maybe we'll leave them there, craft up more, maybe. They're not too bad. For the few that we might need, like the process assembler, would be one that we would upgrade. But, we don't need... We're already running most of our things at UHV. We just use 2 UV energy hatches. So, alright. There is that. Now, I'm just going to... That should have opened up. Didn't that open up? No, it's locked behind that. No, I hate you. No. Alright, I might as well. I mean, we can work on it while we're doing other stuff. We'll have to craft them up someday. Ah. I don't know if I have enough... Man, I really hate this quest. It's just like grindy to be grindy. If I don't need this stuff right now, it's just kind of annoying. Pump. Did I already did that one. Yeah, we already did a couple. All right, I guess let me craft these up, and then we'll smelt up all this. This is gonna take a little while as well, so we'll come back. Okay, finally done with this, and I basically left the world running for quite a little time to finish that up. I also got the... I thought I had those. There was something funny with the naming part. For some reason, I don't really know what happened, but for some reason the ones that were already named ended up back in here. I'm not sure. So I pulled them out and put them back in the A system and restarted the craft, but it looks like I messed up again. I don't know. Now it's crafting them. That was a bit funny, actually. Alright, I thought I had sorted it out, but I may have crafted up tier 5 instead of the tier 7, because they look similar. That's probably what I did when I restarted it. Yeah, I probably clicked on that one instead of that one. We need 19 of that one, so... Alright, there it goes. It is working, but... I thought I had it sorted. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened with the naming press. It like was stopped, and I was trying to figure out why, and it had some of the wrong items in it. Anyway, we'll just let that go. So there is the UHV energy hatch unlocked finally. That was a bit of a journey today. I just need to wait for this to finish so I can hold one of the hatches to finish this quest. Too bad. This does drain a decent amount, so I probably will, after we're done with these, which I may even craft them up in small batches, because I don't want to lose one of the tier 8 plates. Alright, is that is done. Alright, cool. So let's hold this. Ding. Finally! Holy cow. We've had that for so long and we never got the quest. Alright. There we go. We got it! Now... There we go. It finally opened up this. Alright, let's do... We'll hold those. I got all the black plutonium and the black plutonium pressed plates. Oops. Our miner is still running. It's just chugging along, doing its thing, which is great. Alright, there we go. So... I'm gonna probably craft these up in small batches just to be extra safe. I just realized that might... Is that gonna... Yep, that's what I didn't want. No! I forgot to turn this off. I just wasted one. Dang it! Oh well. It's not the end of the world. It was just the one. Yeah, because I only have this one as the correct tier. And I totally forgot to turn that off or block. You know what? We'll block that. That's what we'll do. So I'll put something in there. And that will stop it from putting the item in there. Because we're kind of... Obviously, we didn't upgrade both with the energy hatches. We only had the one. So, alright. I do need to... Let's just double check. That's turned off for sure. Alright, but I'll craft up the It was just the one, thankfully. But yeah. Alright, let me finish this. This will block any items from going in that line, so we don't have to worry about that. Right? Yeah. Nothing else in there. Thankfully, once this is done, we're just gonna put this back to UHV, I think. This is silly having this run at UEV when it's the only thing that we need it. The only item that needs it at this moment. And just finishing up the last of these plates. Did 4 at a time. It dropped a decent amount, but just to give it a few seconds to recharge. The only reason I didn't feel like upgrading the entire line is because, like, for example, the UHV components, they only require UV. Whereas this one is so out of line with what we are crafting up at the moment, it just seemed silly to spend a whole bunch of time, real life time, upgrading our power when we're not really at UEV at the moment. So there is the 19. And I don't think I ever crafted up or made a recipe for the plates. But before I do that, let me just replace this again. So I will leave the... Will I leave that? Yeah, I may leave... We'll leave the 1. That was a bit funny. It like wouldn't let me place it there. Alright. So that's only going to drain... That will only drain the 1 amp. But we can actually fill it up. So I think that'll be fine. Because we can pull 4 amps or 8 amps of UV or whatever. But we're only going to be using 4 amps of it. Alright, which is... Basically, these use the same. That's just an upgraded thing. But I will leave it there, because eventually it will be upgraded. Alright, I do just need to make the... heavy duty plates. That. Implosion. Look at that. With one little space for it. All 8 of the plates. Also, I was like, yeah, that just requires LV. Should be fine. Alright, there we go. There is our tier 19 plates. That we don't need. Compressed black plutonium. We don't really need that. I mean, that is 48 black plutonium plates, but I don't think we need them. We have the heavy duty plates. We might as well take these. Alright. And with that, we can start crafting up the tier 8 rockets, which we have recipes for all this stuff, as we need more of it. That's funny. But we're going to need the tier 7 stuff as well, and that is more complicated. But let's do... we got that. We got that. Oh, and we have that. Look at me knocking stuff off the to-do list. Tier 8 rocket. Let's get this thing built. Thankfully, we have recipes for everything. This is all the tier 7 stuff we already got recipes for. I do need the tier 8 rocket, though. So I'm going to have to do that. Alright, I just wanted to show... It happened again, and I'm not sure why these ones that were already named ended up in here. This happened last time, and I don't really... Yeah, I don't know what happened. So it stops it from working. And I've never had any issues with, like, why would it... I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure why it did that. How that ended up in there. But something happened with that. Anyway. Just thought I'd point that out. That something funny was happening with that. Alright, so... yeah, our assembly line is running. As we can see, the batteries are staying full. So... yeah, I'm happy with that. We'll just leave that until we need to upgrade it. It definitely doesn't need to be upgraded at this point. Also, did I never turned that back on. Okay, so we got that. I think we do have the Tier 8 rocket now, or the rocket computer. That should be a ding. There we go. And just crafting up the Tier 4 boosters. I actually didn't have a recipe for that. I thought I did, but yeah, it's just crafting up right now. How many amps are we pulling over here? 8 amps. Yeah. I just didn't feel like upgrading every single thing yet. I don't know what tier... I don't know what I'm going to upgrade these to. We are doing 8 million or whatever. Around there. We are doing, yeah, 8 million or whatever. I'm probably going to upgrade them to the UA. Would be, or the UV. I think it's 256 is the smallest one they have. Laser. Yeah, because it doesn't have, like, ZPM. The lowest ones, it's only 32 amps. Like, there is no UV. The smallest UV one is that. Which, I mean, it's not bad, but at this point, it's like, it's decently expensive if I have to do a whole bunch in a row. So, just kind of waiting until we definitely need it, which we don't yet. And again, this is what happened last time with the something got clogged up, and I think it had to do with the naming. So yeah, this almost exactly happened before. Like, why isn't it crafting this stuff up? I don't know. So cancel, and then it's probably gonna have to, I don't know. It seems to have everything. It just recrafted the... yeah, I don't know. There is something with the A-line. I have absolutely no idea why that recipe decided to be broken. I don't know what happened. I wonder if... it's an ore dictionary thing. I just realized that's probably what it is. I've been trying to fix all the ore dictionary things, but every time we get an update, some like ore dictionary... yep. I bet you that's why that's happening. I just realized that. See, I didn't do it with that one. Some of them don't have ore dictionary. Yep. Alright, it is definitely... that's what must be happening. Man, that's just so many recipes. If I wanted to go back and turn them all off... it's just weird, like... it worked fine before, like, what changed in the... obviously something changed in the update. Because we haven't crafted up a rocket since we updated to the new version. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to make sure I don't have ore dictionary turned on unless we actually need it for something. All right, so there is the tier for that. Oh, I totally miscounted. I thought that said I thought that said 4. Whoops. All right, we needed 10, not 4. Totally miscounted that. And we just need... there we go. The 4 large fuel canisters. I think that is... everything now for the rocket. That was a pretty serious craft. For sure. Not even just the heavy-duty tier plates, but all the tier 4 rockets, the tier 4 boosters, and the tier 4 engines. That was no joke. I look forward to never having to craft up any more of these rockets. They're just a... They are something. Alright, so... I think this is everything? Yes! There we go! Oh, feels good. Tier 8 rocket. There we go. We have unlocked any planet we want. With that in mind, we're going to be moving our Void Miner. We might even get multiple Void Miners. But unfortunately, this took quite a few hours. A lot of it, I was just basically AFK while it was smelting, doing other things. But yeah, this episode, I think... I'd say about 12 hours, I think, of real-time smelting and the world running, I think, this Tier 8 rocket. Obviously, I could have multiple Vulcanuses, we could, you know, have multiple assembly lines, there's way more we could upgrade. You don't have to be sitting here AFK. That is just, that's totally me. That is not the only way to play. So, that is just kind of what I have done. So I let the world run for these expensive crafts, and then we will just upgrade as we go along as needed. But alright, so there is our tier 8 rocket. I probably could have broken this down and used some of these parts. I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to break it down and then realize we needed resources from another planet or something like that. Just because that would have sucked. So I just decided to craft up one from the thing. So we have both now. But we will get this fueled up and we will head out to some new planets. Anyway, that's going to be for today. So thanks for watching and have a good one.